up, my Storytime fam? It's Jesse. I'm back. I'm here for another Blair Witch Files book review. Alright, and we're going for book 2. Alright, that's The Dark Room. Alright, creepy photos, whatever. Some twin looking stuff on there. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright. Now, just like book 1, we got Cade, Heather's brother, making some investigations. And they usually seem to fall right into his lap somehow. Usually through some sort of email or phone call or event of some kind, whatnot. So he gets an email. Usual setup of the things for this sort of files, you know. But we've got a chick who wanted to go visit the whole Blair Witch town, Burkittsville, all that. But the one motel that's in there, all booked. Even though it said online that it wasn't. Whatever. That thing was booked. Alright? So she ain't getting close to there otherwise. And she's kind of stuck because she thought she was going to be able to stay there. It said it was fine, right? So, Cade seems to find out that she ain't got nowhere to go now. And none of the hotels around that area are ready to go and have too many people who are trying to get to the Blair Witch Woods anyway. They're all snatching up all the hotels and everything and whatnot. I guess it's that time of year. Who knows? But her name's Laura. Alright, so our main characters here are gonna be Cade and Laura. Now, Cade, being the kind guy he is, decides to meet up with Laura, talk to her about why she's there, whatever. Alright? She ends up staying with Cade to do a mini investigation, and of course it has to do with the Blair Witch, and of course she wants to go to some terrible sight of the Rustin Parr household, where he had killed all those kids and done it for the Blair Witch and all this stuff. But she goes, they take some photos. Those photos are the old school kind where you gotta go get them developed, you know what I'm saying? And hang them up and do the thing, all that. Yeah. Those kind of photos, alright? I don't know why we don't just have a Polaroid already, but whatever. Chick must not have the money. Maybe they're trying to do it old school. Who knows? The Dark Room is a weird book, but you know it is pretty 90s-ish, so who knows? Whatever. Anyway, moving forward, the plot is basically that Laura makes an investigation. Of course, it happens. And those pictures that she took start bringing her visions, and you see things on the photos that as they get developed, you only see something cryptic or messed up about the Rustin Parr history, his other twin brother, some other twins in the town Laura seems to be getting attached to, kind of leaving Cade at that. Should we be trusting this girl or not? Oh no. She be cray. Alright? And she's hiding some stuff, but We don't know whether that's for good, that's for bad, whatever. Anyway, a few things in this book that I appreciate about the story, about the descriptions in general, I feel. There's more violence, there's more descriptive gore, and it's a little bit of a step up from book one in terms of just the way descriptions are used and bloodier things and whatnot. It's a little more, crazy. Yeah. But that Act 3 of the book is just, what the hell? Whoa! It's just a nonstop, like, over the crazy twist thrill ride, alright? So, the Dark Room is definitely worth it. And if you didn't like The Witch's Daughter, you're gonna like The Dark Room, because I didn't like it originally from the start. I'm an honest man here, alright? But I held on, and when I got through the first few chapters, wasn't really sure where it was headed. It started to lead us one way, messed with our head, and then ended up making everything cray. Even more cray than I expected. Just some side notes I'd like to present, because I do my research, alright? And I want to bring you something that you learn from this video, not just about the book, but that's some things that I learned myself in this, The Dark Room. All of those strange symbols and whatnot, not just the stick man, but I mean, like, there's a lot of weird paintings and weird fingerprint stuff from the kids and weird stuff, weird symbols and weird markings and stuff like that everywhere in the Blair Witch lore. I found out a lot of them come from two separate languages. One being the ancient witchcraft language, and I have no idea whether this is actually a real language or not, but described as transitus fleurii. And that fleurii is spelled Flurii. A little different, huh? Alright, and then we have just bits and pieces of the native language anciently used in that land area. And that would be Futhark. Futhark. I know I pronounce things terribly, therefore I'm putting the spelling out there. Y'all make it work. Alright, like I said, this one's a little violent, a little more creepy, you know what I'm saying? Definitely some weird descriptions going on in here that are unsettling to read. So it doesn't feel like this is a teen novel, you know? Really don't. Even though I knew this myself already, this is just reinforcing something that I learned throughout reading many different things about the Blair Witch. Rustin Parr's brother, who happened to die a mysterious death, of which Rustin may have been involved or not, and that could have been covered up. We don't fully know. However, Laura's visions seem to validate such. But anyway, the brother's name is Dale. Alright? Laura's visions obviously start coming on more and more every time she seems to visit the Black Woods again, in Rustin Parr's house ruins, getting more and more visions. Therefore, it isn't just her image developing that seems to bring this on. She's definitely getting somehow involved with the Blair Witch. But that's all I can really say without ruining what a weird, awesome end of this book. And the Act 3 just drives it home, man. Crazy roller coaster twists, stuff I wouldn't have even expected much. And it did not feel like this was the teen novel. Alright? So, should you check out The Dark Room? Yes, you should. Alright? So, Blair Witch Files, Book 2. The Dark Room. Dun dun dun. Storytime out. Love y'all. More content coming soon, baby. Lots.